So feel free to answer me in the chat. What did you come up with as your estimate for how many emails on average a 12-year-old sends each day? 30. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. So here we have a 12-year-old. We're looking at age. We're going to track that up. I love the fact that you knew to not pay attention to this dot right here. That was an observed value. There is a 12-year-old that sends about 24 emails a day, but we want to use the line of best fit to estimate what an average 12-year-old does. So we're going to come all the way up here to the line of best fit, and then we will read our answer off of that y-axis there. So about 30. Okay, let's go to the next one then. What was your estimate for how old a person was if they send on average 40 emails each day? Yeah, not on the graph. Not on graph. Can't be less than 0 years old. Because that would be right up here, and the line does not go that high. So we would have to track this backwards, but that would be negative years old, and that doesn't make any sense. Okay, how about 25 years old? What did you get for 25 years old? Or sorry, 25 emails, not 25 years old. 25 emails, I read that wrong. About 24 years old, yes. 25 emails would be right about here. So we're going to track that over to the line. I can't read it precisely, but again, we're just using this to kind of estimate. So I would come down here, and I see that they are about 24 years old. And last but not least, approximately how many emails is the average 70-year-old sending each day? About how many emails is the average 70-year-old? Right about 5, yes. We have 72 here, we have 60 here, so 70 is going to be here-ish. When I follow that up to the line of best fit, looks to be right about 5 emails per day. Awesome. That's my bell work for you today. So I want to show you on Canvas where you can go for the review. I have paper reviews printed out for you guys, but obviously with this being unexpectedly remote, I can't get that into your hands. So, I am on the wrong thing here. From our class homepage right here, you want to click on the big red button where it says click here for today's lesson. That is going to take you to this page right here. So we had our bell work, review for Unit 7 test. If you have access to a printer, I went ahead and put a link to the PDF for the exact same thing that I have for you guys. So the paper review, if you have access to a printer, or you can do it on your own paper, you would go to this one right here. If you don't have access to a printer, if you don't have a lot of extra paper laying around, and you want to do a Canvas review, you can do that right here. There's a link for it here. This is actually the review from last year when we were still virtual at this point. So there's a couple of questions that are either different or are not on there. Like there's no scatter plot questions on the Canvas review. but it is on the paper review. But for the most part, I would say probably 95% of the questions are exactly the same between the two. So if you want to do the Canvas review, and then we can talk about anything that's actually not the same when you're in class on Monday, that would be totally fine. Test is on Tuesday, and that test will be open notes. So that'll help kind of smooth things out with us having been virtual for different unpredictable chunks of this unit here. But other than that, if you know where the review is, if you don't have any other questions for me, you are not required to stay in the Zoom. You can go and review independently. I'll stay here in the Zoom in case you have any questions, so you're welcome to pop back in if you want to.